Ladies and gents, thank you for joining me for another weekend warm-up reaction on this channel. Today I'm gonna be reacting for the first time on this channel to one of the most famous metal bands in the past 10 to 20 years. And I'm talking about none other than Swedish power metal band SABATON. Now, my introduction to SABATON was many years ago when they first released their album Primo Victoria. And when I played the title track,
To the gates of hell, as we make our way to heaven, to the Nazi lines, Primo Victoria.
Anyway, I was like, wow, that's an original sound. That's a unique way to approach power metal. SABATON had a few things going on which differentiated them from other power metal bands or metal bands in general. They have the war thematics going on in their songs. So in each song, they tackle different period where there were wars in different continents. And it's very interesting, especially if you're interested in history and wars and all that. So it's a nice topic to discover, and it really fits the metal genre. The other thing is Joachim Broden's vocals are really unique, and they're different to what I've heard from other vocalists in other metal bands. And those things differentiated the band and made them unique, and I believe those were some of the main reasons why SABATON have been famous throughout the years. SABATON have released great metal albums throughout their career. Some notable albums which I remember are Primo Victoria, Atero Dominatus, The Art of War, or Carolus Rex, for example. So those albums were highly rated. I really enjoyed them. They have other albums, and today I want to react to a single from their latest album, Legends, which is their full-length album number 11. I guess if you're not counting the Symphony to End All Wars. So let's say it's, full-length album number 11 or 12, whatever. So yeah, and it was released in 2025, and I saw that they released multiple singles from that album. I haven't heard any song from this album, but I saw that they released, I believe the first single was Templars, and then they released Lightning at the Gates. Then I saw they released singles like A Tiger Among Dragons, Crossing the Rubicon, and I Emperor. Most of them being lyric videos from what I've seen. So I want to check out a single from this album because I haven't listened to it, and I listened to almost all their albums. Now I cannot say I remember all the albums, but I remember checking out most of them, if not all of them, until Legends. So I want to see what they have done, and I've read some reviews. It seemed Legends didn't get the best reviews. It had like average reviews, and I saw that people had different singles as their favorites. Now I saw that Crossing the Rubicon is one of the singles that came up as fan favorites, so I decided to check that. And I also did some investigation, and I went through the lyrics, and it seems they are talking about Julius Caesar's war in Europe and how he crossed the Rubicon and he invaded different countries in Europe. So yeah, I'm excited to check it. So let's do that and check it. Now, SABATON have undergone different lineup changes, and from what I see, only the bassist and the vocalist are the original remaining members. So Per Sundström on bass and Joachim Broden, whom I mentioned before, on vocals, and the remaining 3 members are more recent additions in the last, let's say, 10 to 12 years. And also it's worth mentioning that Tommy Johansson from Majestica and Rainseed was for a few years the guitarist of SABATON. And fun fact, I saw SABATON live in concert several years ago, and Tommy was the guitarist in that concert. And yeah, it was a great concert. I believe Accept opened for SABATON. So that just shows, I mean, Accept is a legendary band, but SABATON were the main act, or they were the second act, which, you know, is a more main act than the first act, which shows that SABATON have become really famous and a big name in the metal scene. So to continue with the lineup, we have Chris Rörland on guitars, Thorbjörn Englund on guitars, and Hans Vandal on drums. All right, let's not delay, and let's jump right into Crossing the Rubicon. And it's also worth mentioning that this features a band, Nothing More, whom I don't know, so we'll see how it sounds. Let's do this. hear a hi-hat on the right.
100 years before our Lord, from the cradle to the sword, a sign of what's to come, of what can be undone, on to conquest and to fate, in the footsteps of the great. A consul on the move, he's building bridges and his enemies enter the field, knowing the fate has been sealed. Africa, Italy, Spain and all will kneel. He's crossing the Rubicon.
That's typical Sabaton.
Born to the unknown, the glory of Rome.
Born to be alone, the glory of Rome.
He's crossing the Rubicon.
And that's the skull with the Roman soldier dress. So that's nothing more, I guess.
This man would seek it all. This man would heed the call. The republic stood before. He's the man who caused it all. Dictator on the move. He's burning bridges as his grip on the power of Rome. Secured as he heads for the throne. The 15th of March, the lies that we can't to the bone. He's just in the Rubicon. Heading home to where he belongs.
He's crossing the Rubicon, heading home to where he belongs. Going to live in Rome, the glory of Rome.
He's just in the Rubicon. Over the river at last, the die has been cast.
Over the river at last the die has been cast. Once you cross the Rubicon, there's no coming back. You have to just go forward. That's a cool bit. Pushed it higher, maybe one step, one note higher. Typical in different musical genres, they do that with the last chorus. Okay. That was short. I mean, it's a single, and Sabaton usually don't have very long songs. Maybe a bit longer than this, from what I remember, but yeah, this was pretty short. I wouldn't say this is playlist. It's a fun song. The chorus is okay, it's nice. That main riff was cool, but yeah, nothing special. I mean, they had way better songs, from what I remember. Atero Dominatus, Prima Victoria, Winged Hussars. What can I remember as well? The Art of War. Yeah, from what I remember, I know more songs, but like, yeah, the quality is lower here, I would say. The production was not that nice as well. The band Nothing More, the vocals fit. I mean, it was a nice change in vocals. And Joachim has a very unique voice. That's a big plus for Sabaton. He has a unique voice. You know it's Sabaton. They have their own sound. And the war themes, as I mentioned. Since this is such a short song, I wasn't planning to do that. Maybe we can check another single. And let's do a reaction for 2 songs. I'm not sure. I want to check either Lightning at the Gates or the Templars. Let's see which one we'll pick. I read that Lightning at the Gates has some cool parts. It has 2.3 million views 3 months ago, and Templars has 3.5 million views. And it was, I guess, the first single released from this album 5 months ago. Let's go with Templars. I mean, I like the Templar theme. I read in the past a lot about Templars in different books and stuff. I'm interested in this topic, so let me check the Templars. Let's do it. You're in for another song? For another reaction? Let's do it. Okay, let's do the Templars. Okay, this is 4 minutes 54, a bit longer. Like regular length of a Sabaton song, I would say. Epic start. The sound, production of this one sounds better for some reason. I like the beginning of this one way more.
The poor fellow soldiers of Christ and the temple, their mission, a journey about to begin. Safeguard the path, the way to salvation, protecting the faithful, a journey within. The holy order, ignite the flame, protect the border, Jerusalem calling the name. Judgment awaits in the kingdom of heaven, a royal betrayal, accusal of sin, the lies of a king, and papal damnation, demise of the order, despite they can't win. False accusations, put out the flame, assassinations, Jerusalem still calls the name. God's call, holy order, knights of Jesus Christ, charge from the temple, God's own
The timing is
glorious, Templars under march, charge from the temple mount.
like the 16 bar. This is more epic. Full sound. Yeah, blast this on high volume. Pretty cool. In the car or something. Using the minor harmonic, I believe. And this oriental sound. Full solo.
False accusations, put out the flame. Assassinations, Jerusalem still calls the name.
Jerusalem still calls their name. The Templars to come.
God's call, holy order, knights of Jesus Christ, charge from the temple, God's own chosen
So the Templars, which
Templars under
came from Europe to Jerusalem during the Crusades. I think there were multiple Crusades. Not sure if 2 or 3.
Knights of Jesus Christ, charge from the temple, God's own chosen warriors, Templars under march, charge from the temple mount.
Surprisingly, I like this one way more than Crossing the Rubicon. I need to be Crossing the Rubicon again to make a better opinion of it, but this one could make the playlist. I like that middle section, those the intro, the build-up, the symphonic section. And that midsection before the solo, that was really intense. Blast it out at home or in the car or somewhere. It's an epic vibe. Yeah, I'm gonna try it out. Yeah, this one is playlist, I would say. Not their best song, like not among their top songs, but it's a pretty decent song and fun song, and has an atmosphere. So this one, yeah, I would put it in the playlist, Templars. I think this is the opener of the album. That's the first track. Yeah, that's the first track. It's a good opener. At least that's a good choice they did, in my opinion. In my view, Templars is a good opener. Okay, I might have to check. I will have to check the whole album to see how it is, and to make an opinion of the whole album. And I will listen to it. I'll listen to the other singles and let me know if there's any song which you prefer from the Legends album. I'd be really interested in your opinions. So let me know what's your favorite Sabaton song or songs and albums, which songs from Sabaton you want me to react to. Maybe if I haven't listened to them or I forgot them, I might do a reaction for older songs, even though I've went through their discography several years back and I've listened to some of their albums multiple times. But I can't say I remember everything from their albums, so definitely let me know which songs you prefer. And I'm not also sure if I remember anything from The War to End All Wars. I mean, I've listened to the singles when they came out. I can't remember anything. The Great War, I remember like several songs. I know I've listened to it multiple times. And I like, sorry, not The Great War, The Last Stand. The Last Stand. Yeah, that one. I've listened to it multiple times. It had some solid songs. And I really like The Winged Hussars, track number 10. Let me know which songs are your favorite from the Legends, from any Sabaton album, which other songs and bands you want me to react to. And if you're enjoying my content, I would really appreciate if you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell to receive the notifications for any new content on this channel. And I'll see you in the next one.